So now that we have Model Builder open, let's talk a little bit about the Model Builder interface so that you can kind of see what you're looking at here. So this big white space, this is where we kind of build our algorithm or our model. So this would be all the operations that we would like our GIS to run for us, and right now it's blank so it won't do anything. Up here across the top we have the main menu bar that we kind of see in all applications. We see save, print, cut, copy, paste, delete. We also have an undo and a redo. And then we have some buttons that are very specific to the Model Builder application itself. And that is where we can add data or a tool. We can do an auto layout. We can do a full extent, fix zoom in, fix zoom out, zoom in, pan. We can select things. We can connect things. And we can validate our entire model. And then we have a little kind of like run thing here, where if we wanted to, we could run the entire model. The buttons that we're mostly going to be interested in here would probably be our pan, our zoom in, zoom out stuff, and then our select and connect tool. We wouldn't use anything else here. So now I want to take a look at the menu drop down here, and we notice that we kind of see a lot of similar things that we would expect to see in most Windows applications, and then some things here that are very specific to ArcGIS. So a lot of things that appear on our menu bar also appear on our menu drop down bar as well. So over here in the models area, one area that I want to kind of draw your attention to, if you recall earlier, I kind of mentioned that you can export your model as a graphic or into the format of a Python script. So if we choose to export as a Python script, and since this is just a test run, I'm going to save it. Maybe I'll put it in models as well, and I'll call it test. Just want to see what we get here. We can do that. We can also export to graphic, so we can save it as a PNG. We have a lot of other formats here that we can save it as. Just make sure that if you do decide to save it this way, that you have enough pixels in the width and height so that it's not too, how shall we say it, too pixelated. So you want to have a very good resolution. So have very large pixel amounts in your export so it doesn't get too choppy. So let's take a look at that Python script that we just exported. So I'm going to go ahead and open Notepad. So I have Notepad open here. And then I'm going to navigate on my E drive to the location of where I saved that model. So it's in Marlette Park in GIS in the models directory. And I'm just going to drag and drop this into my Notepad, and I can see that this is what the Python script looks like. So those of you who are proficient with coding, if you wanted to, you could use the Python script instead to build your model. Or if you're just wanting to back up your Model Builder model in case it might crash or become unstable, this is one way that you could do it. You could export it as a Python script and export the graphic, and you could probably use both to rebuild your model. Now, the graphic export won't tell you what all the settings are that you configured in your model, but the Python script will. It can be a little bit hard to read if you're not familiar with coding. So I'm going to go ahead and exit all of that.